truth. Hunters real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Carr right away going to look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Carr now to throw. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Carr gonna throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Carr to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tim Patrick. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going play action. Ritter steps away. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, rules of the field reversed.
First down, here's Ritter. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. The Lions at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Williams, the man in motion left. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Quintez Cephas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called.
And, oh, what a catch at the 2. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Craig, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 2nd down and 4, Ritter. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
From the 36, Carr. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Carr to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they get get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Rolling to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Williams, the man in motion left. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Ritter. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. And this one taken in by Cephas. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. 32. Ready. Hey, check, nigga.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Paris Campbell, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Carr. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On first down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Carr again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. At halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
45.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Blue striker.
Ritter on the 4th down try. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Touchdown, Detroit. Paris Campbell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Carr. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action. Now Carr. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So here come the Lions now. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Bootlegging out here. Ritter out to his left. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Patrick. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw his Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a 2nd down and 6. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr. This is caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 7, Ritter. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing now is Carr. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Being chased out left. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Williams, the man in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Ritter now. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Paris Campbell, 29 yards. And the Lions have taken a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Carr and the Raiders now, down 35-31. A minute 55 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Carr. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 11 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll buy some time right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Ritter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Lions, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in